Welcome everybody. We're going to be talking about a little bit of the dancing devils of Corpus Christi, or as in my country says, it's Los Diablos del Santa Yare. It says Corpus Christi because it's celebrated also in the days of the Corpus Christi for the church, that they celebrate the coming of Jesus to the Eucharist. Also, it represents the fight between good and evil, the fight that was at the beginning of time until the end of the time. The dancing of devils of Corpus Christi is, according to the UNESCO, is inscribed since 2012 in the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. We're gonna talk about this because I want to explain an awesome tradition about my country. Of course, I'm Venezuelan. I was born there, so I kind of know most of it. So I'm not an expert, but yeah, I can talk about it a little bit. The points I'll be talking about in this presentation is going to be more about how is the process of the celebration, a little bit like how they dressed, and a little why we celebrate it. So let's commence this amazing trip. First is a picture of the dancing devils of Corpus Christi. We see a little bit how they are dressed, the mask, kind of like how they walk around the town. Okay, why we celebrate it? To show the fight between good and evil and to keep promises. To show the fight between good and evil is mostly at the end of the celebration, because it's when the priests and all the new promise keepers are coming out of the church and they fight with maracas and songs to keep away the devils outside of the church. And to keep promises because the year before, the promise keepers, they made promises to God about some diseases that are hard to cure, and also they have some an accident that risks their life, so they are saying thank you by putting the mask and doing this celebration. So we have seen the fight between goodness and evil, why we celebrate it, and now we're gonna see the dress code. The dress code is mostly mask, red shirts, red pants, and red shoes that we call it alpargatas, and maracas and rosaries. So we can see over here how the masks are made. They're handmade masks, and depending on the horns of the mask is the devil. The devil is kind of like higher rank in the hierarchy. So more, I think it's 3 or 4 more. It's gonna be the first capataz. Then if it has 3 or less, it's down to become the new captains. Then going lower and lower. Then you got the rosaries, the dress, and then the maracas are also kind of handmade. We kind of the devil looks over here. Well, now the process of this celebration, it starts the day before, in the Corpus Christi Eve, with songs, prayers, and poems in the houses of the people that are going to be dressed as devils all night to the next day in the morning. Then they put their dresses, the mask, and they go through the town dancing till the cemetery. So they can ask for permission to the fallen people in the past few years that if they can start the celebration. So after that, spending probably 2 hours in the cemetery, they go back to the town to dance and taking more people, taking pictures, enjoying, and then they arrive to the church and they wait outside because the devil is not admitted inside the church until they finish the mass, and they come outside with the Eucharist, and they made a fight between the good and evil that I was talking about it at the beginning. And at the end, the devils, they just kneel and take the mask off to show that they surrender to God and to the good of the world around it. Then, sorry. Well, and to conclude, as we just saw, the dancing devils of Corpus Christi are a tradition that goes way back in time. Also, as it says in the list of representative of humanity's heritage, that UNESCO put it there since 2012. And we also saw how the dress code is, how important it is, because also red is associated more with the devil, so that's why it's red. And to conclude, I would like to finish by saying that good and evil are in everyday life, and it's up to us to decide to fight against the evil. Thank you.
Diablos.
¡Qué lindo!
Ah, tengo hambre, vamos a comer.